Hello and welcome to Shane Barr Shoe Repairs. Today we're taking a look at putting these heel liners into these boat shoes that are a bit worn in the back of there. So first of all we're going to get that tongue out of the road, pop the insoles up and out of the road and get those jammed firmly in the front. It'll save us getting any glue on them. We've cut our heel liner out, we've skived those two edges, we're going to get some glue on there. Plenty of glue, scoop a bigger lot up there, especially down those edges there. Don't worry about the top two corners too much because I want your fingers to have somewhere to go without getting glue on. A bit more glue on there. Already checked and made sure there's no little daggy bits inside the shoes. Fold those over like such. Put that around where you can see it. Finger down inside there. Slide that down in the back there. And just open that up like that. Give that a good squash down against the edges there. And Bob's your uncle, that is glue everywhere. Lovely. Give it a good squash down in there. And we might move this boat shoelace around a bit a few times before the glue sets. Pop that one aside to dry. Get this one, get that tongue out of the road. Get that insole up and out of the road as well. Get some glue on this heel liner. Maybe move the glue board up the other way. Plenty of glue onto there, especially down these edges. Sometimes where the skiving is, the glue doesn't really go on so well, so you just want to make sure it's plenty of glue on there. And that is plenty of glue on there. Maybe just a little bit more up the top. Nothing worse than not going high enough there. Fold that round like that. Hold that. A bit of blowout if there's any dust in there. Squeeze that in the back of there. And just gently fold that apart in there. See if you can see down in there. Hold it around this way a bit. Squeeze that back into the back there. So that's all there. This one that we did earlier. Give that a good squash down again. We can pop those insoles back out. Just got to be gentle when you tuck those back down. That will hold the bottom of that insole, bottom of the heel liner in with the insole nicely. That one's ready for stitching. We need some dark brown on the top, maybe some little beige on the bottom of there. Same with this one, that's glued in excellent. Get these tongue and insole out of there. Pop that down into the bottom of there. Right, those ones are ready for stitching. Come on, my little camera. So, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that, but there it goes. I'll start here, go 3 or 4 steps forward. Stitching about 5 mil down from the top there. 4 stitches. Some little threads out here. All getting in the row. Basically just using the right hand edge of that hook as my guide for my 5 mils. Around here, making sure we feed it through nicely as we go so that it doesn't punch up or jam. Get that to go along the way. Possibly normally we'll let that glue set a bit more so that the heel liner doesn't move around with the wet glue. But we're going to do a non-edited video so you can see how long it takes. Snip those off just the once. That one's all ready for trimming. This next one on here, squash down first. Put that on there. On each of that foot up. 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches. Spin it around, just get these threads out of the road. Edge of that foot again as our guide. And this heel liner had no damage up near the top, so there's no need to go too close to the top at all. Stitching, good solid 5 mil away. Just past the end there. back 3/4 stitches there, 1, 2, 3, in the same holes ideally. Cut them off once if you want them, and we'll go and trim those off with a knife and we'll be done. There. Hopefully you can see where we go. It's a nice fresh sharp knife blade. Sometimes it does pay to do a little backwards cut here, just to stop it pulling out. Pull this away from the shoe, that way keep the glue off the upper. Now hopefully you can see what I'm cutting there. Yep, real steep knife angle here, and pulling on that leather quite firmly, and cut right down inside there. You can have a check and see how close you are to the stitching. We're miles away. Well, a millimetre anyway. Pulling it around there, and you'll soon hear a little dunk dunk sound if it. So that knife is almost upright, and we're pulling on that leather with 100 grams or 200 grams of force, keeping that nice and tidy there. Trim along there, and now that cut we made earlier will pop into there. And there you got it, nice fresh new heel liner on the back of the shoe, and you can't see any of it from the outside, so that way it shouldn't be too rough on the foot. Right, so we're just going to trim a little line back in back there, get this all